Wow. Day number 7. By now, you might be a little bit overwhelmed by how you found yourself on this map called the window of tolerance. You might have seen, I can relate with everything on this map. Maybe more on the top, maybe more on the bottom, and maybe not so much in the middle. God, what do I do with all of this? So I want to give you a little entertainment. While this is kind of going down into the system, becoming useful at some point, I want to strip a little bit in front of you. I don't want to strip in the usual way. I want to just strip instinctually. So this guy, this is my fight instinct. Whenever a threat is coming, fight is designed to kill the perpetrator, kill the threat. So it goes out as in, I'm going to control you, and if I can't control you, I'll kill you. And this one also goes inwards. If I have a vulnerable feeling or have needs, this part, like, I'm going to kill those needs. I'm never ever going to let you feel that need. So you can be needy, you can be rejected and ridiculed again. So this is ultimately the part of me that says, if it's between me and pain, I'm going to commit suicide. Blah! Pretty intense, huh? Fight. And another, okay, I'll take one more. This is my flight. Just whoops. This guy is basically the addict. I'm out of here. Take me into another better feeling. I'm bored. Let me just check out and go somewhere else, think about someone else, whatever. This is the part of me that is really ambivalent. One foot here, one foot there, cannot commit, always needs to have another door open. This is like the flight, like, okay, I'm just ready to run, basically. I'm gonna outrun the fight. I'm just gonna run. Like, okay, I'm out of here, it's too much pressure. I'm just gonna leave. So behind me, you will see the triune brain, and when it works in safety, these three brains, they're communicating with one another. We can breathe, we can be with the limbic system, the mammalian brain, the social system. We can be authentic, we can share what's happening in our bodies, we can be creative, come up with new fun stuff to do. We have choices, yes, no, maybe more of this, maybe like, you know, and we can be aware of, like, I'm noticing this movement impulse to go away, and oh, now I feel more at ease, I'm more at peace. Oh, now I want to engage, I want to fight, I want to wrestle you. Like, we can be aware of all of these different dimensions that are communicating, channeled through our experience. But the moment you hear that siren or a danger comes out, all of a sudden, woof, all of this just goes away, and this part of the brain shuts down, and all of a sudden all the blood goes into the amygdala. In the limbic system, there's a smoke alarm. There's always sniffing for danger, sniffing for danger, sniffing for danger. Where is it? Where's the smoke? Where's the smoke? And look, and depending upon our history, this sniffer, this smoke alarm, has become biased. So for example, if you've been hurt brokenheartedly by a guy or by a woman, then when you experience that same closeness that you once were in, and they just rejected you, they betrayed you, they, all of a sudden, you're going to have a trigger saying, I'm not safe, I'm this close again, so now my smoke alarm is biased negatively, basically, making up a lot of stories about how you will do the same thing that was once done to me, right? It makes sense because this smoke alarm really wants us to survive. God, what I'm talking fast. Ooh, partially it's my stage fright, and one of my main tendencies to just kind of run through material. So I'm not going to find myself in that embarrassing point of not knowing. And the other thing is that I'm really excited about this material. But I'm well aware that for some of you, it's a little triggering, it's a bit much. I can be pretty intense sometimes. My apologies. Deep breath. Ooh. So basically, all the blood goes from the part of the brain that I can think about and reason and name all this experience. It rushes into the limbic system, the amygdala, and then what happens? It shoots the blood into the reptilian brain. And this is where this movement impulse, I mean, it's supposed to work like this. Imagine you're on the street and you're carrying groceries home, and a car is coming, speeding right at you. You don't want to have all the three brains working at that moment, because it takes about a second for your somatic activation, your senses, to communicate a conscious thought. So it might be a second too long for you to say, a BMW, yellow, young driver, kind of cute. I mean, you you don't want to be analyzing what's happening. You get the point, right? Your body's taking you out. It's like, okay, I'm just jumping. However, when we are triggered like this and we move with instincts relationally, we become really unsafe for others. Like if we burst out in anger, or if we just disappear for 3 days without communicating, or if we just kind of completely overwhelmed by emotions and can't hold ourselves, becomes more babies. Like all of those really quick, extreme reactions, relational is like, whoa, what's going on? There's something happening right now that's a little bit beyond what's actually going on. And that's usually like these instincts have flooded our system, and we become totally infused, identified with them. So, what to do? This is where we're getting to. What I want you to do, actually, that question or that statement, what I want you to do, when I hear that, I don't want to do anything that you're telling me to. I just rebel. I don't want to do anything you want to do. So let me try it again. Day 2, I would like to invite you, if you feel so inspired, to study, in particularly the hyperarousal, the when the nervous system is kicking in to um, do something, into the fight and the flight mode. Like study today, like where is your nervous system tending towards do something about the threat? Do it now, instantaneously. Like begin to just study today the hyper aroused nervous system. And just a cue here, regulating a hyper aroused nervous system has to do with de escalating. So things that ground you, that center you, that calm and soothe and regulate downwards. Like me, I'm catching myself talking too fast, and I can down regulate. So I can be more relational, like, okay, that might be a bit much for you. I'm going to take a step back and find the meeting point again. Right? So enjoy.